Hello everybody, so this will be my analysis for the coming week, for the week commencing the 14th of April 2019. Starting off with the currency, starting off specifically with the US dollar basket. So just noting that we have most recently been in a downtrend. We're still finding very strong support around the 96 level and overall strong resistance at the 97 level. So in general, there's no real clear trend, and it's likely until the dollar basket decides whether it's going to break through that 97 level or ultimately break down below 95, where it can just likely expect the market to continue very much the way that it is. And of course, there's a lot of global uncertainty anyway, and so this just doesn't really help things. So for the time being, I'd like to see if we break below this 96 level and start to head lower down towards 95 in this coming week. We might hold above the support level and start to take another run up at this 97 level. This is really something that will unfortunately only become clear because we're sitting right on this level here. I'll just have to see it unfolds this week. But if it does break below this level, I'll be looking for shorting opportunities to the downside. Alternatively, if it starts to head back up, I'll be waiting to see how it reacts against that 97 level. But looking at the monthly here, it's still very keen on testing that 97 level and ultimately breaking through that. If I have a look here at the euro dollar to compare that, you can see there's some strong support here at 1.12 for the euro dollar. A little bit of bullish divergence coming in. So at the same time, the euro is trying to stay above that level. However, we haven't got out of that downtrend yet, and it may take another run at that this week. If you look here at cable, it's still producing lower highs, lower lows, reaching in or heading into this 1.3 level, and so it could ultimately break down. Still looks bearish, nice and weak, and we've just got Brexit issues looming, so we could find it breaks lower and then starts to head towards the 1.28 level. So that is something I'll certainly be keeping an eye out on that. But overall, so there's mixed signals there in terms of a stronger dollar, a weaker dollar, depending on the major. Here we look at the Australian dollar against the US dollar, which certainly looks as though the Australian dollar is looking very nice and strong and is now in an uptrend on the daily as well as the weekly, so may potentially climb higher. It's got a strong level of monthly resistance where it's at right now, and if we break higher than that, it makes sense to have a weaker US dollar. Then looking at the Kiwi dollar, same thing again, very strong level of support, but not as strong as the Australian dollar, and potentially here again, if it would have to head up towards the 6.8 level to get that strength. And then finally, let's have a look at some of the dollar yen, dollar Swissy. So dollar yen here is certainly showing a weaker yen and therefore a stronger US dollar, supporting the idea of that dollar Swissy, also showing the sign of a stronger US dollar and weaker Swiss franc. And finally, with dollar CAD, no clear trend at the moment, and therefore not giving any clues as to whether it's supporting a weaker or stronger US dollar. And that's really it. So in summary, it really means as though we have to wait and see for the first few days at least to see whether that dollar index is able to start climbing back up towards the highs or towards the lows. And certainly I'm keen on looking at trends that I can see here with dollar yen and dollar Swissy, a little bit more clarity there, and Aussie dollar, Australian dollar versus the US dollar, a little bit of strength there. They seem to actually have some clarity which we haven't had in a while.